for joining me for practice today. And thank yourself for showing up. Often that is the hardest part, is just finding the space to get on our mat. So welcome. And a couple things real quick. I just wanted to let you know that if you're looking for longer classes, then I have a subscription service called Yoga Tribe, and I put out longer classes there every month so we can explore a little bit deeper, and also doing some teacher trainings now. So all the links to that will be in the description below or at my website, Cold Chance Yoga. But more importantly, let's go ahead and get into our bodies and connect with our breath. So slowly moving from the thinking mind down into the feeling body. Maybe it's helpful to close your eyes or at least allow them to soften. And take a deep breath in, fill all the way up, 360 degrees. And sigh out the mouth. Fill up, kind of feel everything expand, the ribs, maybe the shoulders even come up. And release. One more big drink in like that. And exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Hands to heart center, and let's begin to breathe and move. Inhale, open the arms wide into a T. The heart can open, throat can open, gaze is up. And exhale, give yourself a big hug, maybe the right arm on top as you curl in. Take the chin to the chest, and we'll hang out here for just a moment. Curling the back, rounding the back, and maybe shaking the head no or yes. Open up, inhale, big T, open heart, throat, gaze up, and exhale, other side, left arm on top. Curl in. Just opening the muscles on the back of the body, back of the neck, shoulder blades. Again, big T, inhale, open. Exhale, right arm on top. This time let's cross at the elbows. You can take shoulders again, or you can cross the arms. Maybe take the hands together, eagle pose. Inhale, lift the arms up. We'll move with the breath now, and exhale, curl. Twice more like this. Inhale, lift. And exhale, curl in. Big breath in. And out. Arms wide into a T. Let's go to the other side, left arm on top. And we cross, either grabbing elbows or shoulders, or hands come together. Inhale, arch the back, gaze up, and exhale, curl. Twice more, in and out. Your choice, out the nose or out the mouth. If you're wanting to build some heat, then out the nose. Inhale, open, arms wide into a T. And let's take them behind the back this time. So plant them down. Fingers can be facing the hips, and plant the soles of the feet on the ground. Roll the shoulders back. I'll turn to the side so you can see. Roll the shoulders back, heart forward, slight bend in the elbows, feet plant, push down, hands, feet to lift up. Breathing. Head can go back if it feels okay. This is altar pose. One more big breath in. And exhale, sink the hips down. Right leg goes long, left leg comes in. Janu Shirshasana. Pull the toes back towards the face. Inhale, arms lift up. And exhale with the long spine, fold forward. Maybe hands are on the ground. Maybe they go towards the foot. Depends on the body, depends on the day. So you can stay here in stillness, or you can move a bit with breath. You can move a lot, or just maybe barely move imperceptibly, letting the breath lift slightly and fold slightly. Up to you. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift torso up, spiral towards the left, plant the left hand down, push and lift up, stargazer, hips come up. Maybe cactus this top arm if you want to make it bigger. Maybe rotate the wrist or rotate big arm circles. And next exhale, sink the booty down. Altar pose again. Hands go behind, feet go down, roll shoulders back, heart center forward, press down to lift up. Couple rounds of breath here. Honor your neck. So do what feels sustainable. And then exhale, we'll sink the hips down. This time the left leg goes long, right leg comes in. You can pull the booty out a little bit. Help to set the pelvis forward. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, pour forward. Again, you can stay here in stillness, feeling in, or maybe you move just a little bit. And if you're moving, maybe each time you lift on an inhale, see if you can pull your heart forward a little bit more, making some more space between the ribs and the hips. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, we're coming up, spiral towards the right. Right hand plants, push down, lift up, stargazer, big long line of energy from left fingertips all the way down to the left foot. Maybe rotate that top arm. One more big drink in and exhale. This time, cross the ankles. We're gonna move forward over the knees, tabletop position. And let's take the hips over towards the right. So sink them all the way down towards the right. Left arm peels up and go all the way, twisting, gaze follows left hand. Arm comes up and back where it was. Hips slide over to the left, same thing. Right arm opens, gaze follows, and then the arm goes up and over. Any variation of this. Lift the hips, let's go to the other side. So use some artistic liberty. Inhale opens, and exhale brings you back. Once more. Hips to the left. Big breath open. And exhale. Beautiful. Take a few moments to make some movements, anything that feels good in the body. Maybe getting the head involved, the elbows involved, and maybe it's really small, finding nuance. Or maybe you're really getting in there and moving some energy around. Downward facing dog, tuck the toes, hips move up and back. Feel free to have deep bend in the knees. And let's all deep bend in the knees so much that the belly comes onto the thighs, really pushing the ground away, pushing the torso back towards the hips. And then bend the knees even more and keep pushing away. And even more and keep pushing away. Slow, slow, slow until the knees come all the way down. Child's pose. Wrap the hands around to the heels. 3 rounds of breath here. See if you can move the breath into the back of the heart. In between the shoulder blades. Let that space lift on an inhale. And release. Again, inhale. Sigh out. Once more, inhale. And let it go. Beautiful. Take the hands towards the knees. Press down and lift up. Bring the knees wide and keep the toes towards one another. We're gonna do dancing camel. So right hand can come behind the back and left arm can come up, and you can keep the hips to the heels if you'd like, or you can lift the hips up, your option. And then exhale, kind of bring the hips down and slide the arms forward. I like to come really low as I do it. Then plant the left hand, press down, and open the heart. Again, you can lift the hips if you'd like, or leave the hips down. So there's so much room for exploration here. I like to bring the hips down and then, whatever that sound means, swoop it across to the other side. So move like you now. Just leave some space to explore. Such a good little transition to get into some of the nooks and crannies and some lateral opening. And do one more each side. Beautiful. And take the hands down, and we're going to slide back down into child's pose. Let's take the hands over towards the right as far as you can. Lift the belly up so it's laying over the right thigh. And reaching as far as you can with the fingertips. Maybe even claw the hands down into the ground to get a little bit longer. Really feeling into the left side body. One more breath. Let's do that on the other side. Go so far over, pick the belly up, lay it over the left thigh, reach as far as you can, and then fingertip over. And see what it feels like if you can keep your right hip down on the heel and be reaching. So it's like you're pulling yourself in opposite directions here. Beautiful. And coming back to center. Chin to chest, round the back as we come up, tabletop. Back to downward dog. Any version that you'd like. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Leave the left knee bent if it's not already, and then bend the right knee deeply, and think about opening externally both tops of the thighs. So you're externally opening the left thigh as well, from the top of the thigh. Any spirals, any movement here is welcome. Maybe come down to the left forearm and bend the left knee even more. Again, let's bring the attention to the top of the left thigh and externally rotate. See how that changes things. And come press back into the left hand, and we're going to step all the way through. Beautiful. Bring the left knee down. Round the back. So press into the fingertips. We're going to round the back as we slowly come up. Lengthen the tailbone down. Arms come back as the heart opens and hands come to touch. Maybe they touch, maybe they're reaching in a big Y. Either one. Now sink the hips down. Pull back on the right hip crease. And exhale, plant the hands, lift the back knee, pour forward. Knees can still be bent. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands can be on blocks too here. Exhale, pour forward. Again, inhale, lift. And exhale, pour forward. Big step up. Left foot meets the right. Halfway lift, hands to shins or to the floor, and exhale, fold down. Once more like this. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's bring the toes to touch if they're not already. And then exhale, lift the heels up. And we'll sink the hips down towards the heels. Hands can be on blocks here. Let me just grab a block to show you. Hands can be on blocks here for stability. Or you can take them to the knees for a little challenge. Or you can take hands to heart center as well. So we've done this in another class. We're gonna slowly open the knees just slightly, reach the arms forward so there's a counterweight, bring the heels down. Now come all the way down to the booty really slow. Plant the hands down, legs go up. You can stay right here with the legs up in the air or come over into plow pose. Big inhale. And exhale, we're gonna roll forward, roll back. This time we're gonna come all the way up back into chair pose. So lift up. That's kind of hard to do slow, so we'll do it again quickly. Pour forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sink the hips down, lift the heels up. Hands can be on the blocks or they can be on the knees, hands heart center. One breath in. Exhale, begin to open the knees just slightly. Drop the heels down as you reach forward. We're gonna roll back. Booty lands, arms land, legs go up, maybe over into plow pose or just up into the air. And then exhale, we roll forward once, maybe grabbing behind the knees into a mini boat pose. Inhale, go back. Or exhale, go back, and inhale, plant the feet. Maybe use the hands or not, chair pose. Exhale, this time we're gonna come into, why can't I remember the name of this? Diver, there we go. So it's like a halfway lift. The hands go back, the heels come up. Inhale, drop the heels down, chair pose. Exhale, diver. Hands go back, heels come up. So standing on the toes, again, this is counterbalance. And heels down, chair pose. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands. However you'd like to get there, downward facing dog. Couple rounds of breath. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, bend both knees, and open the top of both thighs. Maybe bringing the right forearm down. So the more you bend the standing leg, the more you can think about pulling back on the right hip crease and getting some more activation there. I like to kind of play around with straightening the right leg and then bending it, bringing the heel up and down. And come back into the right hand, and we'll take a big step through, left foot steps through. The back heel plants. Push down into the hands. We're going to round the upper back, press down into the front foot, back knee, roll up slowly. As the heart opens, the arms go back. Hands go up. Hips sink down. And exhale, plant the hands. Straighten both legs, or straighten-ish, just going in that direction. Pour forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, pour forward. Again, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, once more, pour out. Inhale, gaze forward, take a big step forward, right foot meets the left. Halfway lift. And exhale, bring the heels up as the booty sinks down. Hands to blocks, hands to heart. Exhale, begin to bring the heels down as the arms reach forward. The booty plants. As you roll back, hands plant, go into plow pose or lift the legs up into the air. And exhale, come forward. Let's take one pause in a boat pose. Exhale, roll back. And coming forward, plant the feet, chair pose. Exhale, diver's pose. Arms go back, heart, crown of the head, reach forward. Maybe the heels lift, chair pose, plant heels. Open heart, sink hips. And exhale again, diver's pose. Reaching in opposite directions. Let's stay for a couple more rounds of breath here. I haven't done this pose in a while. You can feel the little muscles twitching. They're just figuring out what they're doing here, finding their way. Chair pose. And forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands however you'd like to get there. Downward facing dog. So if you'd like to take a vinyasa, you have time to do that. And we'll meet in down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. And exhale, big step forward to the top of the mat. Plant the back knee down. Round the back as we come up. As the heart opens, arms go back. Arms lift. Exhale, come forward. Sink hips, plant the hands. Straighten the legs. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. All right, listen up. The left heel is going to plant. If you have a block nearby, you take the right hand to the block. And we're going to open up into triangle pose. So you can bend the front standing leg as we open up. Triangle pose. You can also take side angle if you'd like to take side angle here too. So options. Really plant down through the back heel. Rotate both shoulders back and away from the ears. And you like feel the neck lengthen automatically. And then maybe reach the top arm towards the top of the mat. See what feels good. One more big inhale. And exhale, just the way that we came in, we're gonna rotate back down. You can lift the back heel up, big step forward. Left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, sink the hips down. You know where we're going, hands to heart center. And exhale, knees slightly widen as you reach forward. Heels plant, begin to roll back. Your option, inhale. And pause and boat. Roll back. And coming up into chair pose, however you'd like to get there. Exhale, diver's pose. Hands reaching back as the crown of the head reaches forward. Again, chair pose, sink hips low, maybe even lower this time. Again, diver's pose. Chair pose. And plant the hands, forward fold. Exhale out the mouth. Halfway lift, find length. And exhale, find your way to downward facing dog. You have several rounds of breath. If you'd like to take a chaturanga, you can do that as well. However you'd like to get back there. And let's move to the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, big step through in between the thumbs. Plant the back knee down, round the upper back. Slowly press down to lift up. Arms go back, heart opens as the hips sink. Plant the hands, straighten both legs are going that direction, fold forward. Inhale, find length. And exhale, pour forward. If you have your block, take it to the outside of the left foot. And we'll move into Trikonasana. So plant the back heel down as you open up. Right arm, right ribs, right heart, right side of the heart. Can you pull back slightly on the left hip crease and look down at your left foot? Imagine you could dial it towards the left. See how that changes the shape. Roll the shoulder blades together and away from the ears. Pinky toe, side edge of the foot, really pressing down. Maybe top arm reaches towards the top of the mat, reaching through the pinky finger. Spiral heart open. Oh, good hurt. One more big inhale. And exhale, spiral heart down. Hand plants, heel lifts. We'll take a big step up. Right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, pour out. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, come down, hips to heels. Once more. Hands to heart center, inhale. And exhale, hands go forward, hips go back. Roll all the way back. And one pause in boat pose. Rolling back. And coming forward, chair pose. Just once, diver's pose. Inhale, chair. And exhale from chair. Let's lift the heels. Come all the way down. And slowly to the booty. Knees go wide. Hands on the ankles. Press down in the sit bones to lift up through the crown of the head. Drink in and fold forward. 3 rounds of breath here. Slowly begin to lift up. Hands outside of the knees. Round the back, roll down, knees to chest. So your option here, we're just going to take a quick shavasana together, about 6 rounds of breath, 6 deep rounds of breath. I say 6 because I've heard that if we take 6 breaths a minute, it's actually the optimal restoring of our body. So that's about 6 count in and 6 count out. It feels really slow in the beginning, but you can feel the energy just ease. So maybe we try that. You can also take a seated meditation if you'd rather do that. But about 6 deep, slow rounds of breath together. So lay yourself out. Turn the palms up. Let the feet open. And at your pace, at your time. Noticing the energy shift, the body getting settled. Either staying where you are, maybe taking one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and just kind of wrap back around, just saying thank you, to ourselves for carving out the space to bring some attention to our body, our breath, and really it's about creating an inner relationship. So thank you for letting me guide you in this practice. Again, my name is Cole, and I'll see you next time on your mat. Namaste.